there, fellow home cooks, and welcome back to Solane Kitchen Moments. Dito mas pasasarapin natin ang ating usapan about food, travel, and life. And we are very lucky to have back with us on the show, Chef Sau del Rosario of Cafe Fleur. Hi, Chef Sau.
Hi again.
Yay! Last episode, we talked about, your childhood influences, what influenced you to become the chef that you are today.
Yes.
Now, we're gonna talk about something very interesting naman at namimiss na natin, ang travel, and how that has also influenced you.
Marami kaming mga family gatherings, mga out of town. But yung mga traveling abroad
Yes.
came out na bandang huli na lang. It's also part of my job. I'm so lucky enough that I travel because of work.
Right.
To me, traveling is like a classroom. You learn a lot from it. So I got inspirations from here and there.
Right.
Times I work as an expat, so I was lucky enough to travel. So I immersed myself. I stayed in one place or like 4 or 5 postings.
Right.
So yeah, and that's the beauty about traveling. Parang nagkaroon ka ng wider perspective of
Yes.
life. You made them, parang lahat nakukuha mo, and then you get inspirations from. Nung nag-work na ako, after college, like I said, gusto ko maging mga chef, and then I started working with different hotels, 5-star hotels in Manila. I was very sure na gusto ko maging chef. I said the only place to be is in Paris, right? So sabi ko, I want to be in France and to be the best chef I could be. So I lived there for many years, more than 7-8 years. Yeah, and then that's the only place that I consider my second home. Ang galing ng mga French because while others, they train you to become a good soldier, the French, they train you how to win a war. Sabi nga ni Ernest Hemingway that if you have lived in Paris, you will take Paris in everywhere you go. When I'm happy or sad, I think of Paris. I have the most beautiful time in my life in France. It might be easy. It was so hard, but then parang I'm just so lucky that I experienced that life. After Paris, I've been an expat to Shanghai. I worked in Shanghai. I worked with Swiss Hotel by Raffles Hotel in Singapore, then in Bangkok as an expat. I was just blessed that I have lived in France and tuloy-tuloy yung magandang nangyari sa akin. And looking back, sabi ko, I'm so blessed that I want to transfer the knowledge to the new generation. I want to share that experience of being a Filipino living abroad. So I was itching to go back, and I was itching to train and mentor people, honoring your country or the place you have been is by giving back. Yeah. And that's why I said, okay, I'm doing Filipino food or Kapampangan food.
Now, Chef, aside from France, marami ka pang ibang mga lugar na pinuntahan. What would you say is maybe another country, another place that's close to your heart and has inspired you?
Yearly, I go out and see my family in the States. And na-curious lang ako kung ano yung what's on the other side of the border, right? And I discovered that probably 10 years ago since nabalik ako since Mexico. The first time I came to Mexico, I fell in love because parang feeling ko it's so relatable.
Yes.
Not because they're also colonized by the Spaniards. Ang ganda ng feeling, parang yung mga tao mababae. And parang ang daming, they're Catholics.
Yes.
And their language is very familiar, di ba, in Spanish,
Oo nga
right?
naman.
Yeah. Ako kasi when I travel, Susie, I always wanted to immerse myself. I would go to different museums and of course eat their food.
Yes.
Because when you eat the food, you discover their culture.
Tayo pupunta sa kusina maya-maya na. What is the dish that you will cook for us that reminds you of your travels?
Well, the dish I'm doing is I discovered lang sa city ng Mexico will be the Pollo a la Plancha, or we call it pressed chicken or spiced chicken. Nung natikman ko na yon, hindi ko na makalimutan. Sabi ko, I have to make gaya-gaya to this dish.
And of course, with the Chef Sau twist.
Yeah, my spin on the recipe. I just follow my flavors. Sabi ko, dapat ito lalagay. It's not just good. I think it's a lot better.
No, yan ang gusto ko. Yan ang Chef Sau. At eto na, pumunta na tayo sa kusina. Pagluluto tayo ni Chef ng Pollo a la Plancha.
Let's go.
Let's go! We're here at the kitchen with Chef Sau at ito na ang Pollo a la Plancha, the dish that left a mark on you. Parang gano'n, made a mark. Bakit ito? Why this one?
Well, you know what? I travel to Mexico almost every year because, my family lives in the US. And I love Mexico because I could easily relate to Mexico, especially the people. But then, the food, the smell of the city, the vibrancy.
Okay.
Ay nako, napakaganda ng Mexico.
I love it. Nakaka-excite naman. Actually, I love Mexican food. But
I know, they're known for their street food, right? The tacos, the carnitas, the al pastor.
And you know what? Yung parang napaka-simple lang ng itsura ng dish na, pero ang daming pinagdaanan pala nun para, di ba? For all that flavor. Now, this one, why is this one parang the dish that you thought about sharing with us today?
After trying out this recipe, and I don't even know the exact recipe of this dish. Parang winido ko lang, kinapa ko lang. I know this one is cumin, this one is coriander. And then I concocted this dish based from my trip.
Okay.
Yung interpretation ko sa this dish. Okay, this is called Pollo a la Plancha. Pollo means chicken, a la Plancha is a pressed chicken.
Right. O, sin plancha, yung plancha, di ba yung word nila para sa plancha?
Yeah, literally, para plancha siya ganyan. So you get the iron out and ganun din yung chicken. So it's served to you like really flat, but then the flavors.
Is so intense. Oh my God, what are the ingredients? I can see pa, kaya nakaka-excite kasi parang konti lang at simple lang yung ingredients niya.
Yung mga Mexican, they love spices, you know
Yes,
that, right?
yes.
How many peppers do they have? How many corns do they have? Amazing, right? This one, I created my own rub. Smell mo, guess anong naamoy mo?
No, cumin first of all.
Cumin is
diba?
very overpowering, but then pag nahalo siya ng cayenne pepper, paprika, thyme, coriander seeds, ito yung magiging rub lang. And of course, if you're doing a la plancha, make sure walang bone para ma-press mo siyang diretso. I have here parang half chicken deboned.
Right.
And then, the next step is easy. Maglagay ka ng konting oil. When you pour the oil, you rub it so is to make sure the dry rub
Will stick.
it will stick. All right? So, generously cover the whole chicken with the spices. Don't worry, it looks like parang, ano ba yan? Ang lakas ng flavors. But then once it's cooked, it's yum.
Okay lang siya, sasakto lang siya.
Ayan. You could do this like a night before if you want it a little bit intense.
Okay.
Otherwise, okay na yan. It doesn't have to be a whole chicken. It could be like chicken breast.
Oh,
di ba?
okay, yes. Yes.
Importante lang yung fresh yung chicken mo. So, kailangan mo ng mainit na pan. Hindi mo kailangan ng malakas na fire. Because you will burn all the rubs. It tendency magpapait siya. Okay? So I would put it between medium and low fire. And then you need a very heavy skillet. Kung wala, pwedeng brick. Make sure it's clean lang. Cover with foil. Anything na mabigat. Pwede. So we just put it this way.
This is a cast iron pan. Sobra siyang bigat.
Press it down and leave it there for say 45 minutes.
4 to 5.
4 to 5 minutes.
Oh my.
Yan. Okay.
Looks like the chicken is ready. Nabaliktad na natin no?
Yeah. Look at that, Siguro last minute, i-brace ko lang ng konti ng oil
Sa ibabaw.
para bumalik yung flavors doon.
So would you say, Chef, that this is your personal twist to the Pollo a la Plancha? Kasi inimbento mo lang yung way kung paano siya gawin.
Yeah.
Inspired by.
Inspired by lang. I don't claim this is authentic.
Okay.
But I thought this is a lot better.
Oh!
Okay.
Mas mata yung
Okay, so ready na yung chicken natin.
Kasi syempre parang Filipinized na rin in a way, di ba? Based on what Pinoys would appreciate or like, di ba?
So lagay ko na dito.
Oh, so may papatas.
You could use Mexican rice or corn.
Right.
Yeah, your take. Pwedeng beans.
Yes.
So, nandun yung jus. Gagawa ko ng garlic. I'll take advantage of
Oo nga, nandiyan ang flavors.
Yeah. And then I use capers. Capers you normally use for fish, right? But it works very well with chicken as well.
Wow.
Konting stock or chicken stock. Kung walang chicken stock, water will do because nandun na naman yung chicken flavors.
Right. You know. Oh, so simple, Chef.
Very simple.
Yung kinain mo sa Mexico na Pollo a la Plancha, walang capers yon.
Wala. It's almost dry. Okay. Let it reduce for 1 minute and then lalagyan ko ng konting cream.
Cream. I see. Oh my goodness. It's such a doable recipe. At mamaya, syempre, for those of you guys who are watching us, we're going to show you the recipe page para ma-screen grab mo yun mamaya. Tapos syempre, matry nyo ang pollo a la plancha ni Chef Sau, inspired by his trip to Mexico.
So, lalagay ko na yung...
Yun na yung sauce niya.
Yeah, yun lang yung sauce.
Look at that!
Bango ng capers.
Pollo, I love capers. I wouldn't think to use it with chicken, so this is a great suggestion.
Exactly. A lot of people would think that caper, pero masarap siya.
Oh
Now,
my God, I believe you. Eto na eh. Pollo a la plancha. Abot kamay ko na siya eh. Pero bago yan, we wanted to ask if you have a souvenir that you brought from one of your travels, something that has inspired you, or what do you usually bring home when you travel abroad?
I would buy a book. For example, kakain ako sa isang restaurant, may Michelin, or may isang kusinera, may book, papasasahin ko. So I have a collection of cookbooks.
Oh my gosh.
So, having said that,
Yan!
I have a very good collection of this cookbook. It's called Ciudad de Mexico, which is the city of Mexico.
Oh.
And parang na dito yung A to Z na Mexican na nila. Whenever you browse the photos and the photos of the book, parang naamoy ko yung flavors kasi it brings you back to Mexico.
Yes.
Ang gagawin ko, ito rin magiging guide ko. Minsan, kunya may pupunta ako ng restaurant, parang may pagka-turista din, di ba? Yan, this one,
right.
I've seen this beautiful architecture.
Building here, I'm gonna show.
That's very, di ba? Parang may pagka-Hispanic at the same time. Ang ganda ng architecture nila. Anyway, so I want you to try and tell me kung lasang Mexico na sa
Nako, oo nga. I'm always trying to think of new ways because my family, they love Mexican food. Gusto ko naman sila malutuan din na something na Mexican flavors, pero maiba naman.
There you go.
So sweet naman. Here you go. In case nakalimutan mo na yung lasa ng a la plancha mo. So good.
Good?
It's tender. The meat itself is tender. Meron siyang very slight creamy factor from the sauce, pero hindi siya umay kasi sakto lang siya. I'm gonna try the one with capers.
Yeah, the capers cut also the fat kasi yun ang magbibigay ng sour, di ba, sa chicken. So it's balanced, really balanced.
I love it. It's so good.
I'm glad you like it.
May maanghang siya konti, pero hindi din over.
No, hindi rin.
Kasi sobrang siyang malasa. So tinatandaan ko tuloy, naglagay ba kami ng salt or something. Konting-konti lang siya, but the flavor is so buo. Chef, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Kaya idol kasi Chef Sau eh. I love it so much. And if you guys want to try pollo a la plancha at home, here is the recipe page. You can take a screen cap of that one. Then you can try to do this at home for your families. Chef Sau, maraming salamat. I'll see you again.
I'll see you again.
Yes, I'm so excited. And for you guys, please do continue watching Solane Kitchen Moments dito kung saan mas sumasarap ang kwentuhan with every dish na pinagsasaluhan. We're inviting you guys to like us and follow us on Facebook and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much and see you guys again soon. Bye!